My name is Shellon McCallmont. I'm the mother of the student, Denver Daniels.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I was watching on the Facebook that the teacher putting up that his teacher, that his student and the child, they call uncle and friends beat him up.
Mm-hmm.
But he didn't exactly tell people to start how the story began before the fighting reached to the limit that it is today.
Tell us the story as you know it.
I was my son gave a statement yesterday to the police station, and in his statement he stated that he was standing on the corridor with two of his friends. This Sormal was in his class. He hear a child call out faggot or antima, or wherever he feel offended in him. He hear a child call faggot. He come outside. He tell the child go to the office. He says he not going to because he did not do anything wrong. He start choking the child to go to the office with a scissors in his hands. Get into the office. The HM did not like that. Like a problem come to you, a child and a teacher, you have a problem. You should not contact the parents. They dealt with the matter there. Instead of the teacher went and tell it, he asked the child if you want to fight, put up his gloves, he cough in his face. Teachers can't respond to a child like that. I did not get a contact from that HM all day that on Monday, not even on Tuesday. Going into the HM, he said the HM tell sorry, can't get scissors in here. He said, Miss, I wouldn't do anything with the scissors. He aroused the child in front of that HM. The HM did not do anything. He went home and a next teacher come between here the one. So at the argument, he said, man, he said, sorry, tell the dinner, calm down. After telling him calm down, they saw Boko. Said he calm down. After telling him calm down, they asked if you want to stay in school or you want to go. He left and go home. He went to get his uncle. The uncle come back to the school to the HM. Ask the HM, you want to know the problem between the uncle and the teacher. The HM did not say anything to that uncle. She sent that uncle back out of the school that he was disrespectful. He come to the school with short pants. An incident between a teacher and a student, she's supposed to at least listen to what the guardian had to say. She chased the child out of the school that went home. Coming back to going to the bar, feel the sorry see the teacher because they did all them related to no one now. You see the teacher's a man. Why check up his nephew in school? His nephew have a father, you know the child have a father. The teacher run in the photocopy place, pull a scissors out on them. Because the uncle still got injury in his hands from coming from the scissors. Is a scaffold take away the scissors from the uncle, the teacher got a hit in his face. They left the take with the scissors, tried to walk away from the teacher, just followed them with the iron bar to fight. On the internet cafe passed the school to the bush and he was following the child and his uncle to fight. It's those days where the scuffle started. The uncle tell the child go along home and he told him and he was fighting with the teacher. The person that the teacher said hit him was the person that separated the uncle from the teacher. There's no 5 and 6 person hit that teacher. And he put it into the media making it seem like somebody beat him up. He and the person that distributed on the road, and that was it. And at the school, when they don't protest, they don't talk on one on Facebook. There's when the administrator going to call me and said, good afternoon, mom. You know what? You hear what happened with your child and the teacher? And she supposed to call me before the incident happened on the road. If she did call notify me as a parent, I would be at school. Mom, something happened to your child and your teacher, your child and a parent teacher. Please come to school as a parent. The matter would have dealt with in the office and it wouldn't reach on the road. So I'm still blaming the administrator for doing our job wrong.
How come your son
And the
uncle
teaching,
ended up going at the school?
pardon me?
How come your son's uncle ended up going at the school?
Because it's after the complaint in the office, he went home and told his uncle to get somebody to go and wonder why the teacher talked like he did not do this or anything.
Mhm.
Because there was 3 of them. Why he take only 1 of them to the office? Why he didn't take all 3 of them to find out the story? Who called the name at the office?
So
3
your
boys
son was
stand
the
together. Why he didn't
person
take
he
all
took
3 of
to
them
the
to the
office.
office? Pardon me?
Your son was the student he took to the office, the teacher.
Yes, then right then, and he was a student and teacher take to the office. And there was three of them there. Why didn't take all of them to the office?
What has happened since they had this altercation, as you said, outside of the school, the scuffle?
Yes,
What has happened since
yes.
where your brother is concerned, the uncle and your son? What has happened since then?
But the uncle is not my brother, my brother-in-law, my husband
Oh,
brother.
it's your husband, brother. Yeah. Mhm.
Yes.
What has happened
Well,
since?
from there, well, after then, how I get to know about the story because the officer was here with the teacher in the vehicle with the child grandfather. After they come left the uncle house, was here with a police vehicle. Said my child wanted at the station. I
This is the
I told her
afternoon
and tell him
after
my
the
child is what.
altercation.
Pardon me?
This is the afternoon after the altercation. The same afternoon.
Yes,
Hmm.
yeah, the same Monday afternoon.
Hmm.
Around 5 o'clock, the officers was 3 or 4 officers here with the sir and the grandfather showed them the house of the child. So they was here together.
Hmm.
They said the child wanted at the station. I said, man, the child was not at home. When he come, I'm gonna bring you. They asked what the child is wearing. I explained to them what the child have on. And I know my son wouldn't jump in a police vehicle like that. Because you can see he didn't do nothing. So I said before they get a conflict on the road again, I left and went because I got a bicycle, I right go to the station. When they gonna go, he wasn't there. They said I got to go and get he and the uncle walked to the station by themselves. When they reached to the station, they didn't have chance to explain nothing. The sir was there, his mother was his mother's an officer, she went brown and black, she working at the station. Nobody has chance to say nothing. When talk, she say you're keeping nuisance in the station, and nobody has chance to talk. He doing all the talking.
Who is this? The
He
station
stated that the
sergeant?
child no, the star was doing the most of the talking, Miss Sir Daniel,
Okay.
Marlon.
Hmm.
He mother is walking at the station, he doing most of the way talk, she gonna tell you, well, y'all keeping nuisance in the station, y'all can't keep nice there, but he had chance to give his statement. Till now, the two boys in the lockup did not give a statement. I was told on Monday to bring my child Tuesday morning 8 o'clock. I was there. I would get arrested if my child wasn't there. I took that child to the station 8 o'clock Tuesday morning. I was never looked after till after 2 when Sir Marlon come from wherever he come from. He end up in the station. Then they start taking statement after 2 in the afternoon. I got 6 children. I left my 5 children at home. So go to the station. Come me want to probably the police because I say 8 o'clock. Your child have to come and reach 8 o'clock. They did not look me after till after 2 in the afternoon. I spent all day at the station. After 2, they take a statement from that child. He spent all day at the station.
So you and your son were at the station
So
from
nobody gets
8 till 2 the afternoon.
yes, all,
This is Tuesday afternoon,
yes, from
Tuesday
8
morning
o'clock.
into the afternoon.
Yes, 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 from Tuesday morning to Tuesday afternoon.
Hmm.
Nobody's not listening to nobody than the teacher. Nobody get a chance to give no other side.
You all knew Sir Marlon as a family.
His grandfather knows our family. I was the first time getting contact with this sir for me.
Okay. So that was on Monday. You took the finally took the statement from you guys on Tuesday afternoon.
On
You've been there all day.
yeah, yes.
What has happened since then?
Well, so far, I got to take him this morning to book into the station. The two boys are still in arrest. We're still waiting to go to court, but you can't. They did not give a state. Nobody know exactly what happened during this boys and the teacher curfew, and they're going to court. You cannot charge somebody who did not hear the side of the story.
So you telling us
One of the
until
boys is very
now,
innocent.
no statements have been taken from these two boys who are arrested,
No,
and you're saying also that these boys had nothing really to do with this scuffle with the teacher.
one of
Okay.
them, just the person that was passing the by, he rendered as a hand to separate the fighting.
Hmm. Hmm.
And there was no 5 and 6 persons. Was the child, the uncle, and the teacher had a problem.
Hmm. So that was Tuesday. What has happened? They're still locked up.
Yeah, they're still locked up. We can't think to them to eat. You can't make the time that the police want, and when you go there, they got a lot of attitude.
So they're at the station where the teacher's mother is stationed.
Yes, Fort Wellington Police Station.
Wow, that's interesting. And when have they told you guys when is the court date?
They said on Thursday. They're passing through court on Thursday.
This is tomorrow.
Yes.
Has your son returned to school since? What has happened in that regard?
He went to school today, but he was told he's not supposed to be in because they chased him out.
He was told what?
He's not supposed to be in the compound because you have police problem with the teacher. And the teacher turned and tell if he want to be a teacher and come back to school. He left the school. I was by grandmother because his grandmother was behind the school photo and I was there.
So
we left that photo and turned up.
Who told him he wasn't supposed to be at school?
And Miss Ann told him that he wasn't supposed to be in school. And the next teacher turned and tell him, if he didn't call the next teacher, he said, she turned and tell you can't want to beat up teacher and come back to school.
Were you guys informed formally by the school? Is he suspended? No. Is he, you know?
No. Well, I was getting to that part.
Go right ahead.
After he leaves school, we went to a lawyer's place concerning the uncle arrest. Mm-hmm. After spending 2 hours at a lawyer office, coming back in a bus, the admissions can call me and say, "Mom, your child is at school, behind the compound in the school compound in a bush." So after I said, "My child," she said, "Yes, your child is at the compound behind the school in a bush." I said, "My child is at bus with me. How can my child be behind the compound in a bush and he in the bus with me just left the lawyer's office?" She said, "Okay, maybe he mustn't go home." He left for school since 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock in the morning. He got to school 8 o'clock. He had to book in the station. Mm-hmm. He left school 9 o'clock in the morning, come to me because by the lawyer. 12 minutes to 12, 11 o'clock, the admission will come and say, "My child in a bush at the back. And my child in the bus." After spending 2 hours in the lawyer's office, how can he die in a bush, the bush behind the school?
So what do you think was happening there? Because the child,
I think the teacher either targeting my child or my child. If the child getting a problem with the teacher, then the sir claiming on the media that's not the first time he getting problem with his child, and the admission did not calling the parents. Why? Why if a story happened in school? Why I supposed to be the first person to be informed with the conversation, the problem between my son and the teacher? The admissions fail as a duty to inform the parents that such a problem happened in school. Let the parents go to school and hear what is the problem. This problem wouldn't happen here today if the HM they do a job properly.
So you put the blame at the HM?
Yes, because the HM they made them starting of the story. This matter go to her. She could have keep the story in the room. Even if the child walk out, you keep the story there. You call the parents. I think I would have taken the child back to school and know exactly what's wrong, what went on. She did not do that. She waited till the protest finished. The media already have the story, and then she called me. She didn't even say, "Man, your child do this to the teacher or that or whatever the story claim." She didn't say anything else. She said, "Did you hear what happened to your son and the teacher?" And that was it.
You've heard of any issues your son would have had with his teacher in the past?
No, this is the first time. It's the first time, but the story claim is more than one. Mm-hmm. I want to ask my son to this year, yes, Miss HM said she gonna call you when the story happening. So he thought the HM called me. Mm-hmm. So but HM never notified nothing like that. This is the first incident I'm hearing about.
And what was the previous issue?
Well, the previous issue, he claiming that the teacher tell him that he gonna tell you how he mother make it, he turn and tell the teacher he's a faggot. Mm-hmm. And the HM tell the Gary, and the HM wasn't send him back to the class, and that was it. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I see. So the
HM know the talent, that it. Pardon me?
So the other persons are going to court tomorrow. Your brother-in-law isn't among the 2 persons.
Yes, he's one of them.
He's one of the 2 persons. They're going to court tomorrow.
Yeah.
What would you like to see come of this whole issue here? This whole assault and all the mix-up?
I'm not clarifying that my son was right to hit a teacher. I'm putting that side clear. I had already said he wrong to hit this teacher. I'm not clarifying that he would do a good thing like hit a teacher. Mm-hmm. But I still got to understand these teachers got to stop provoking these children and assaulting children because they get the right to do it. I understand, yes, he's a teacher, you could scold your child, but you got the way you could do it to children. You can't be more disrespecting a child, molesting a child all the time. He will react back because nobody's not doing nothing to him. And if you do a child something at the time when he comes to the HA will torch you back on it. He will react on his own. Because if there is something happened to me, I go to me farm, call me uncle. And then nobody still didn't looking at my side. They're still picking up the sore side because he's a teacher.
I'm certain.
And so it's very the violent person. Pardon me?
I'm certain you would have seen the the Ghana Teachers Union led a protest.
Yes, I saw it
in that area too. What do you think, or I should ask you rather, what comes next for your son in terms of his schooling? You think that is the best environment for him to go back there? You know, what do you think in terms of his education should obtain next?
I'm not first thing, I don't want my son to go back at Fort School. Because being back there, that teacher gonna be a next conflict with them. Because you always the teachers at that school gonna get them as a way that they gonna said they don't always claiming on the news that they're frightened because they was traumatized, they was traumatized. What about the student? Was he traumatized and the teacher harassing him too? Every time a teacher that teacher was affected in school, nobody don't ask what happened to the teacher and the child before that incident. They always put that people harassing teachers. What they get some teachers is very disrespectful. When something happened, people don't put it like that. They put the children and uncle and friends. But it's not like that. They're sorry if you want to talk inside it, to let them speak the truth. Don't put in that this happened standing somebody else before you can look good on the television. Let him speak the truth. Because you tell him one lie, you would have said, man, I did not touch my sir. The uncle could have said he went there either. They didn't have to go to the station, but they're trying to make say the truth, so they left and go to the station. I just hoping that Mitchell get the chance to finish his school because he's in Farm 4, he's finishing school just now. It's his last term in school.
So he's heading into Form 5 in September.
Yes.
And you're hoping that you won't mind if he doesn't go back to that particular school, but once he is able to finish school.
No, finish his education out.
Has the Ministry of Education reached out to you in any way?
I wasn't in contact with nobody, not in the school, just the police officers.
So since this altercation, the school has made no formal contact with you on this matter?
No, the teacher just called and asked me, you hear what happened to your son and the teacher, and then she called back and said, son in the bush when he's in the bus with me. Besides that, I did not know. I actually, could the child come back to school? She said, no. I said, you did not suspend the child, did not explain why he can't come to school. She said, because he's in a police matter with the sir. That was it. They didn't give a suspend paper, they didn't give him anything. They just said he can't come to school because he's beating the teacher.
And the Ministry of Education has not reached out to you in any way?
Nobody so far.
So far?
No.
That's very, very interesting. That's very interesting. So I think more or less you're making an appeal to the authorities to allow your son to finish school.
Yes. Because I was sitting and trying to say like this thing will be resolved quietly and finished, but more the days pass by, the story get it because they're posting up a certain thing on Facebook. And didn't write for people commenting on a child that they feel just gang up and beat up a teacher because nobody knows the other side of the story. The teacher said his part. He did not give how the story started. He did not say how it finished. Just put wherever you want to put. He just put it to suit himself.
What kind of person is this son? Because I'm certain you did say people forming their own impressions of who your son is. Who would you say to people your son is?
My son is a very nice person. He get his temper, yes, I know that. But if he doesn't look for himself, he would not look for yours. And a lot of teachers in that school could say, my son is he's not that disrespectful. But say you just walk up to you and cuss you up just like that. You gonna walk up to a sir and do something like that.
So again, the plea
Because
is.
after all this, he was still willing to go to school. So after the teacher chased him out, he was still, we said, Mommy, please go and talk to the teacher, go back to school. Because you get asked, you get SBA to finish. He was still willing to go back to school. After being assaulted by the teacher more than one time in school, he was still willing to go back to school because he wanted to finish his education at school. To be walking on the road, people saying that he's, this child need to be sent out of school, be suspended. People got to realize all of us have children. And today might be my child, but tomorrow might be yours. If it was your child in that position, what would you want to happen to you? Would you want your child to be suspended or sent off to school because of a mistake? Or because of a problem a teacher gave and he couldn't control his anger? Would you want it to happen to your child? Before they start making disrespectful comments and tackle such a thing, but people remember you, everybody out there have a child.
I hear you, and I really hope that I thought they would have already, that the Ministry of Education take an initiative to get involved outside of the police aspect of it, and to try to find a way in which this matter can be resolved. At least the educational aspect of it can be resolved. You would know better than I would the kind of environment he would be going back into if he goes back to that school. The teachers there, all of the other teachers are there. You said you've seen the protest, and so it is really a matter for the. Yeah.
And he going back to that school will be like he be a target for the teachers back at the school.
Mm-hmm.
Because the agent could call me and say he's at the back of the school, he's at with me. I mean, they could say anything when he go back to school. They could say he got to harass the teacher and he did not do it.
So your son is going to court too? He's charged in any way? Is he going, or just the other two persons, including your brother-in-law?
He was booking it on Monday. They lock you up on Monday, put you on the bench to sit down. And then Lucy, about a couple hours after, you are booking every month, but they did not say you have to go to court. But I want to take him there, so at least his side of the story could order the court.
Mm-hmm. I'm still trying to see how it impacts on his schooling, because he really and truly hasn't been implicated, at least in a legal matter, up until this point. Because
they didn't charge him, but still the teachers are already kicking against him going to school.
Yeah.
Because if they didn't have somebody, they would have never chased him out of school today.
Yeah. And that's
because they can't tell me he wasn't neatly dressed or he didn't dress the way he's supposed to, because he had everything that he's supposed to go to school with.
Mm-hmm.
And he went to school and they chased him because he and the teacher have a problem. And this matter to the resolve at the HM office. She failed to do a job at the first time. It wouldn't happen again. He should do it since Monday. Because the story started 12 o'clock and it finished 2 something. This wouldn't happen if the HM to do a job right.
Yeah.
And when you talk about your rights, you're going to say that you're knocking against teachers. But you can't be backing the teachers and the teachers lying on the students and the teachers just putting up a set of nonsense on Facebook.
I hear you. I hope I think the Ministry of Education has a role to play in all of this, and I'm quite surprised that they haven't at least been trying to stay abreast with what's happening, and they haven't stepped in any way concerning a formal suspension. A formal, it's just word of mouth. You know, your child is not welcome here. I don't think that is enough for anything.
They didn't do anything because I personally asked the HSM, say, man, I did not give this child a suspension. I did not give him nothing. Why he can't come to school? Because he get a matter with the story at the station. There's not, you should give him a suspension. The same minute he come to school today, you could say, boy, oh, you're suspended, you can't come back to school.
It's very interesting, and I'm thankful for you to having put your side of the story to us, because as you said, you know, this is now in the court of public opinion, and everybody has an impression of your son. And I'm happy you would have shared from what you know what has transpired. Is there anything I didn't ask that you might like to share with us? Go right ahead.
Pardon me?
Go right ahead. You were about to say something.
Yes, as a mother, you cannot be sitting down and hear somebody bashing out your child like that and know that whatever they said is not truth. Because they put up uncle and nephew, student and uncle with friends. There wasn't any friends. And if the teacher didn't put us his hands on the student and his uncle, there wouldn't be a fight either. The teacher naturally got a temper. He pulled us his hands in the admissions office. She did not do anything.
In the
He went
admissions
on the
office.
road and pulled one. Yes, he was on the scene. He had a scissors in the admissions office. He tell the child, put up your hand. If you want to fight like cough in your face, the admission should have reported the parents at the meantime. She should have at least called the ministry. Teachers can't tell a child if you want to cough them in the face like that. And after don't chuck you up and carry to the office. She should have put things in place at the set time. This story that blown out of proportion that people commenting on would not be on here. Because she already handled it in her office.
Yeah. Ma'am, I hear you. I hear you as a parent as well. And I'll say this. This is a huge strike against your son. And should you get him into another school, I think you have to let him know that he has to be on the straight and narrow. He has to
Yes,
be
I
on
know that. I
the
already
straight
talked
and narrow.
about it.
And I do hope that the ministry steps in. And I really want to thank you again. I was asking you before your last intervention there whether there might be anything you want to say that I didn't have a chance to ask you that you want to get out there.
All I want to get out is that this matter, justice is done fairly, not one side. Because at the police say you already seen the taking sides. They're already taking sides. They're just acting for fair justice. That is all.
I hear you, ma'am. And that's all that is required, really and truly. That justice be done and that it be fair. Thank you so much for talking with us.
You're welcome. Thank you for listening.
Thank you.